Hey everyone, welcome to today's video on the College Hub. Today I'm going to be talking about how to apply to colleges in the US. If you've ever wondered about how to apply to college in the US, this is going to be the perfect video for you. So the first step to applying to colleges in the United States is doing research and making a provisional list of colleges that you want to apply to. This is one of the most important parts in the college application process, so I would suggest that you take out as much time as possible to spend on research. I'm also going to tell you how you can research colleges that you might be interested in studying at in the United States. So firstly, you should decide what you want to study, and then based off of that, try to find the best colleges for that major. Secondly, you should find colleges that give great scholarships and financial aid to international students. That is extremely important as most international students do need some sort of scholarship or financial aid to study at colleges in the US. Thirdly, you should also look at whether you want a city, feel, a town, or a suburb to study in, because it does make a huge difference. Being in a city, you have more access to opportunities, but being in a suburb, it's a much different experience and it's a much closer knit community. And the fourth one is that you should research each college individually to find out what's good about them and what makes them special and sets them apart from the rest. After doing your research, I would recommend having a provisional list of 15 colleges, out of which you would eventually end up applying to around 5 to 10 colleges. After making a provisional list of colleges, you should go to each college's website and see the requirements for international students. For example, some colleges require an interview for international students and some don't. Some require SAT subject tests and some don't. Some require you to take the TOEFL or IELTS and some colleges don't. So you should definitely take a look at that. Apart from that, you should also look at your major requirements. That means, for example, say you're studying engineering, you should look at the college's requirements for getting into their engineering program. And also, for example, you want to do something related to art, so most colleges require you to submit a portfolio for that. So checking out these requirements before you apply is extremely important, and they are really helpful in the future. One of the biggest requirements for applying to colleges in the US is standardized testing. When people talk about standardized testing, what they refer to is a bunch of tests called either the SAT, the ACT, the TOEFL, the IELTS, or the SAT subject test. The SAT is a test that tests your math and English skills, and it costs around $100 to take in India. The ACT is a test that tests your math, English, and science skills, but it's more of basic science that even a person who didn't take science in 11th and 12th would know. And this too costs $100 to take in India. So both the SAT and ACT are pretty similar, but they're still two different tests, and you should take a practice test of both of them online to decide which one suits you better. Also, for some people, like people living in some cities, do not have the ACT available to them because there are no centers, so the SAT would be more convenient for those people. Also, keep in mind that you do not need to give both of these tests to apply to colleges in the US, even one would do. But if you do want to take both of them, you can do that and submit the results to the colleges. Now coming to the TOEFL and the IELTS, so both these tests are meant to judge how proficient you are in English, and they both are accepted by US universities. I have shared a link in the description to an article that explains the difference between the TOEFL and the IELTS, and that article should hopefully help you decide which test is better for you. Again, you don't have to take both of these, you only have to take one of these tests to submit to US universities. So after you do all your college research, you're done with standardized testing, you have your college list. Then comes the time to apply to colleges, and this would be around September of your 12th grade. And so the best way, according to me, for applying to colleges in the US is using this website called the Common App that allows you to submit one application to several US universities at the same time. So basically, the Common App is a platform that allows you to submit all your information to colleges in one place. So the information would be like your family profile, your personal details, your school profile, like the schools that you've been to and your grades at the schools that you've been to, your standardized testing scores, your extracurricular activities, your letters of recommendation, and your application essay. So every year the Common App comes out with around 7 prompts for an application essay, out of which students have to select one that they will put in their Common App to submit to colleges. Besides the Common App essay, some colleges require their own specific essays that you have to submit to the colleges. So the Common App allows you to submit the college specific essays to the colleges as well. And apart from this, if you're applying for a scholarship, the colleges might have a separate application, so you should definitely look into that. So these 7 application prompts for the Common App come out in May of the year that you're going to apply to college. So I would recommend working on those on your essay during the summer, so that when the time comes to apply, you can be free and you can focus on your schoolwork and you'll have your essay ready to apply to colleges. So in the description, I've put a link to the Common App website, and I've also put a link to a guide that shows you how to use the Common App and what its purpose is exactly. After applying to colleges, the next step is applying for financial aid. Most international students can apply for financial aid using an application form called the CSS profile. The CSS profile is an application form that allows you to enter all your financial details, and they send this to the colleges that you're applying to. I've put a link in the description to the website where the CSS profile application form can be found. I'm not going to talk more about this right now because in the future I'm going to be coming out with a video that explains in depth how international students can apply for financial aid to US universities. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content coming soon. Thank you for watching, and also don't forget to drop a comment with any questions or suggestions you have for our channel.